as a team, we decided to work nonstop from zero to the launch. It was like 2 weeks.
Whoa.
We just did it super fast because we were already predicting that a lot of people might come and use this technology because of this viral effect.
In this video, you're going to learn about Aliona Slobodianyuk, the former Chief Product Officer of Prisma Labs, who had a mega viral app back in 2022 with the Lensa AI magic avatars. You probably remember when the magic avatars from your friends hit your feed. They were everywhere. And when Aliona and her team launched the magic avatars, the Lensa app saw over 2 million downloads and was #1 in the App Store for over a month. You'll hear about how Aliona's humble beginnings as a data analyst and product manager led to this moment of virality in her career. And stick around until the end, where we'll break down Aliona's career playbook, a blueprint for becoming a stronger product leader with lessons you can start applying right away. Can't wait to hear a little bit more about your perspective on AI and what is happening there. I know that you've been part of it really from the early days, but even before you got into the field of generative AI, what was your first job ever?
Between school and university, I actually romanticized a little bit my time and went to work as a waitress. Fast money, not super hard job, but I counted for myself just as a temporary journey for 3 months between school and university.
How did it go? Were you good at it?
I thought that I'm super introvert person. And to talk to strangers for me at that time as a teenager was really going out of the zone uncomfortable. So you need to do something extra, which I was not prepared for. So I just let it go. I just understood that I need to contact people to do my job. So I just made it.
What do you think your time in the restaurant did to kind of form your perspective or point of view on technology and product?
I think the key is communication and this switching from introvert to extrovert, understanding people, different people, because restaurant is a place where everybody can come with their own problems, different moods. And your particular job is to provide the experience they are expecting from you and want at that moment of time. So I think this level of empathy, which I really got through this period, helped me a lot in my tech career, both sides, understanding the team, their needs, and be a leader they would like to see, and the users, understanding what they're looking for, what is the struggling, so how to find this pain point I can solve with my product. So I think this was game changer for me that I got the skills during my restaurant career.
Let's switch gears a little bit. So you're managing the restaurant, you're in university. What did you do after university? How did you decide what to do next after the restaurant?
Yeah, actually, a step back about the university. So my field was in economy, and actually it was not my 100% choice because I was still romanticizing this hotel restaurants world, and I was actually wanted to study this field, to open a restaurant in the future, to be a manager, so to connect what I started as a waitress with my career maybe in the future. But it was in my country at that time super okay to follow parents' ideas, what they see best for you. So I not won that conversation with my mom. So we decided that something classy like legal or economy will fit me best. So in any company, in any field, this kind of knowledge I will get in economy or legal will be useful so I can build a career and then blah, blah, blah. When you finish in your university, you need to do the master work, how to say it in different countries, it's named different. So you pick up the topic for your case.
Like a thesis, for example.
Yeah, the thesis, I would say, yeah. But it should be based on some particular company. So you're not doing some theoretical work. You can also connect some dots with the real case, like practice. And there was a list of companies which you can just pick up from the list. I went through, I saw the e-commerce company Amway, which was familiar for me because of my mom. She was using these products on daily basis. I saw this label everywhere at home. So I just picked it without realizing how I can connect it with my thesis. And the second part, when you write in this thesis, you need to go and work on this company like partly for 3 hours a day just to be into there. Most of my teammates just did it for their checklist. They were never in the field. They were never doing that. But I decided that why not? It's interesting. It's paid even. So I can just try a different side of working vibe in the office with coffee shop on the first floor and etc. So there was no particular job for me. So they not advised me, but they proposed me to be a digital manager, content manager. So I was responsible for e-commerce catalog, but it was so slow and like I did it in 1 hour and then I had 3 hours more in the day. So I decided just to click the different resources in my company, like numbers, analytics. I was curious. Okay, it's a e-commerce catalog, hundreds of products. Maybe I need to focus on some top sellers so they will look super cool. So I will help them to be like selling more and more, or vice versa. What is not selling at all? Can I do on my side, like do more bright pictures or something to help this person? So it was like super natural to just ask questions to anybody, like to the empty room, but just in my head, trying to understand the process, how user do, what he see first. So again, exactly what I was doing in my restaurant. So when I see the people coming, I was already trying to understand their mood, which table they would like to pick up. Will it be a long dinner, a short dinner? They're in a hurry, or they would relax. So kind of predicting what the user can do. So this is what I started to do in this practice and interim in this company. So just asking questions and trying to find person in my circle who can help me to answer these questions.
It sounds almost like that's the start of your product management career, is you're just looking at this through the lens of a customer of like, how do I make this more interesting?
Yes, not knowing,
more delightful?
Not even knowing that I'm doing that. And actually, right now I understand that in that period in our country, it was even not super popular to be a product manager. It was more popular to be a project manager. So it was like development team, project manager, and business. So business saying what they need, project manager just translate into developer language, and then they do it.
Sounds like we're trending towards this like key moment in your career where, you know, you were like, hey, I can take this to the next level if I kind of like move into this other job function. Tell me a little bit about your thought process behind it. And, you know, not just like the tactical of like, yeah, you're meeting the engineering team, you figure out requirements, but like, you're in this space, all of this is new to you. Like, how did you kind of figure out, hey, I'm doing this, I want to go do that?
It was not on purpose, I think. It's just because I'm a person who I am. So I decided if I already with this opportunity in this company, I have some free time, which I can invest in something less useful or more useful. I just pick up something that I will probably not access in the future. So not to miss this opportunity, I will invest this time back to this company where I am.
Yeah.
So from my thinking perspective, it was just really to use on a maximum level an opportunity which I have now, because I was not sure if it ends in a month, in a 2, when I finish university. It was not possible for me to predict they will offer me a job. So I decided to learn as much as I can from this position. So this is the main idea probably also behind all my career path, is just to use your time in a more efficient way, to learn more, to go and ask more questions and etc. So not just waiting someone will come and tell you, you can go there, you can go there, you can check this, you can learn this. No, just, this is your responsibility about growing, about taking a new role, about taking new responsibilities. So just think what you can do to be there already without asking anyone and waiting for anyone.
Let's get to Prisma. You were the chief product officer there, and with Lensa, you built an app called Lensa that launched magic avatars in, what was it, 2021, 2022?
Yeah,
2022?
2022 November, it was crazy stuff. Like before joining the Prisma, I was super like classic product manager, e-commerce,
Yeah.
marketplace, on-demand services. So it was like user flow, super understandable with user interface, some offline operation behind the system. But then during the COVID, I met this super small team doing Prisma app and Prisma Lab, and it was the first time I heard about like AI, machine learning, computer vision. They were building an application with one button for user just to click and the picture or later video turn into something really nice to be posted or to be shown without any like professional skills for our users to do that. You provide for user a space where he can or she can work with their content, which was super popular at the time already, social media, Instagram, and I was really also fond into it. So for me, it was even interesting from the perspective I am a user of this application. And the second point, it was the different setup of the team, because previously all the companies was like enterprise or mid-size, so already some corporation stuff, already some organizations, uplines, downlines, the processes. And here I joined as the number 21 or something like that. So the first product manager at that time to help the CEO to drive their product strategy. So that was a moment that after 7 years of product management, I again felt myself really stupid. So much new information, like what is ML, how it's working. The development flow is super different. It's not only about the UI. It's more even about the tech side, how this will work with the picture, with the user video and etc. What technology can be applied, which are not, the time, how to process, style transfer, etc. So every meeting with the developer team, I was like, I need to go back to waitress career. I'm not belong to here. Yeah, but then again, I just remind myself that ask question, dig in, do what you did in the beginning. Just it's okay to not knowing something. It's not okay to sit and wait someone will come and tell you like what is it. Just go. People really like to communicate. They really like to be useful. Yeah. So once I started asking for help, asking for clarification, I saw that a lot of people just gave it to me. They were curious, something is interested in their job so deeply. So they were super excited to give me more information, to help me understand, and etc. So yeah, that's paid off.
You're learning machine learning and AI essentially by asking the data scientists on staff question after question. Yeah.
Then YouTube, definitely.
Yeah.
After some meeting notes, I went to do some videos to take some particular terms, keywords, just to also started following people in this field. So yes, I can say that I was dealing with Gen AI before it was the madness in the world, before ChatGPT and etc. So I was somewhere.
It was almost the precursor, though. You guys were like right there. And then I think that not too long after, ChatGPT acquires Dolly and starts playing around with images. Let's talk about magic avatars. Tell us a little bit about that. For those who may be unfamiliar, what was it? Can you kind of remind the group what it looked like and how the launch went?
Yeah, it was something that you just give to our application, like 5 to 7 photos of your selfies. For now, this is something common for everybody who is using generative pictures using their identity. Then you pick up some styles, like would you like to see yourself as, I don't know, a Greek person or a futuristic one? So some styles you can see on the screen, pick them up. Then we generate taking your identity with these styles, and you can see yourself in a new particular for you, in a super new, unusual role for you. We didn't do the tech. We didn't do this technology to transfer photos into these avatars. We took something was already exist, and we did it for mass market. So easy to use.
So you guys were using like an open source model, right? To essentially build the avatars.
Yeah, we definitely fine tune it. We definitely make the quality higher, but the basis was already done. So it was hard to use. It was not public. It was not for everybody. So you need still to understand how to use it, what to do, where to go. So the idea was to find this tech, to see what it can do, if we can improve it. And the main idea to put it in a super straightforward user flow on mobile devices and to give this to users. Several points clicked. The technology, the idea to make it like in the mobile application available for everybody, to make a super user flow, easy user flow, and the wow result. When I first saw myself in these avatars, first what I did is like, wow, I need to show this to someone. This is the first signal this is gonna be viral. This can be viral. This can have this potential. After that, it was just a magic of hands to do this super fast because I understood not only we thinking about this move. So someone in the world also working on that. So as a team, we decided to work nonstop from zero to the launch. It was like 2 weeks.
Whoa.
We just did it super fast, changing the whole process in the our mobile application, changing the backend system to stress test because we were already predicting that a lot of people might come and use this technology because of this viral effect. So it worked. Yeah, it was nonstop, like 14 days working, and we delivered.
I remember maybe like a 4-week period where my entire Instagram feed was all of my friends and family essentially posting pictures of themselves as like a fairy or an astronaut or whatever it was.
Yes.
And it was all coming in. And you guys, you were all over the news as well. And I think there were
we
some...
are on news, on radio. Yes. A lot of like famous people organically posted also their avatars, or their teams did it for them. So yeah, it was real success, real case. 4 weeks or 3 weeks in a row, we were top 1 applications in all countries, all stores, by revenue, by download. So that was really, really huge. But in 3 weeks or 4 weeks, the competitors started to deliver the same because, as I mentioned, the tech was actually available. So the matter of how you pack it in your product, how you do this, some pushes in paid marketing or through the influencers. And then we started this race with prompts, with styles, who deliver more interest in style, nostalgic, Polaroid, etc. So who push the boundaries, and the virality become less predictable. So everybody can do this. So yeah, after that, it was super hard to keep the same level of engagement. So we switched to some other product strategies that we already had and tried to turn our viral users to the core product as well, to show other benefits they can use daily.
I'd love to switch gears and move to our segment called The Blueprint and hear about your 3 pivotal learnings over the course of your career that you want to share with our audience.
I would say soft skills is even important than hard skills, especially nowadays. So I would definitely put point 1 to understanding people, understanding their needs, be curious, listen to them. What is needed to be a high empathy person is just to keep attention on the person you are communicating with. Try to hear what he's trying to say or she. So this is the key to upgrade your communication skills. So the second point, as I mentioned, is like do it till you get it. This is your responsibility to take a maximum from opportunity you have. Even if you do not have an opportunity, create it first. Do their stuff and you will definitely see it. It might take more time than someone else who is already in this field asking for upgrade of their role, but this is your track. You're comparing yourself to yourself in the past, not with someone on the desk, on the left or on the right. So if there is an opportunity, do extra. If there is no opportunity, try to create it and do extra in it. So you will definitely be seen. And number 3 is this like passion or hungry. This can be faked in the beginning because you have an aim to grow. You have an aim to be successful in tech or in any field. But you can start off faking it. because you understand what you need to do first. And then the passion will come, because this is how it works. When you have some steps to do, you do it, you see the result, and then it can be more exciting for you to continue.
Thanks for watching. If you liked this episode, make sure you like and subscribe to make sure the next episode hits your feed. And if you missed our last episode, I have the link for that right here. This episode has great insights into how you can navigate your career as a tech leader. Steven left the dream job as a product manager at Google to found his own tech company. This episode is packed with great insights on product market fit. Click here to learn all about it.